Well, good morning. Welcome to Daily Focus. I know that it's late, but I had a little bit of an issue with Restream this morning, which is the platform we use to launch these. And it needed Facebook updated or whatever. I don't know. It's all over my head, but the staff has come through, and shout out to John Brandenburg for helping me out there and getting us all back online. And so we're going to finish up chapter 16. So Matthew chapter 16, verse number 24. Well, we could start in verse number 21. From that time forth began Jesus to show unto his disciples how that he must go unto Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed, and be raised again the third day. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, Be it far from thee, Lord, this shall not be unto thee. But he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan, thou art an offense unto me. For thou savorest not the things that be of God, but those that be of men. In other words, Peter, you're being self-centered. You're looking at things the way you want them. You're willing to defend, to get things the way you want. And you need to stop and say, what does God want? What is really God's will? And get yourself out of the way, Peter. And maybe one of the reasons I like Peter is because I can relate to Peter. I tend to sometimes engage my mouth and my will before God is able to do a work in my thinking and in my heart. And Peter was that way. He just spoke whatever came to his mind. He addressed the issue at hand, tried to solve the problem immediately, rather than taking a little bit of time to think it through and really process what is God trying to do. And Jesus rebukes him pretty straightforwardly, and says, you know what, you need to get more concerned about the things of God than the things of men. And then he says, Then said Jesus unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life for my sake shall find it. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man came in the glory of his Father with the angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. It is an amazing reality that God reminds us that his design and his desire is that we would follow him. And he's going to tell us how. It requires denying ourselves and taking up our cross. The decision to follow Christ requires those two things. You're not going to follow Christ by giving into yourself. He's already rebuked Peter for the same thing. You can't follow God and do it your own way. You have to follow God God's way. You are going to have to fulfill your design and purpose. You're going to have to take up your cross. You're going to have to fulfill your purpose. You're going to have to be personally responsible with your role. Nobody's going to do your part for you. You are going to have to deny yourself and your own desires, and you are going to have to fulfill with personal responsibility the role and responsibilities God's given to you or to me. And so that's how we follow Christ. And he reminds us, listen, this life is going to go away. Why would you deny the things that are spiritual for the things that are temporary? There are people who will say, you know what, I'm not worried about eternal life. I'm not worried about dying. I'm not worried about any of that right now. I just want to have fun. I just want to take part in everything the world has to offer me. I want to taste everything the world is offering. And how foolish. As God told the rich young ruler, thou fool, today thy soul shall be required of thee. We have no idea when our soul is going to be required, when we're going to meet God. And so he said, let a man deny himself. Let's make sure that you are willing to lose your life. In other words, take your hands off of your own life, your own desires, your own demands, and say, okay, God, what is it that you created me for? What is it that you saved me for? And I'm going to deny my own desires and yield to Christ's desires so that I don't do my will, but that I do God's will. That I don't follow me, but that I follow Christ. And so really the text is clear. If you and I are going to follow Christ, we're going to have to deny ourselves, and we're going to have to fulfill our personal responsibilities in the roles that God has entrusted to us. I hope you have a great day.